Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking a look at the new verse lore over on the Striker team in PvP, seeing how the new and improved Striker team rocks, see how it rolls, and seeing if it can take on some of the big boys in PvP. Now, lore is designed to take down slashers. His introduction to the game is purely based on nerfing slashers. Very similar to what Enel was when he first released, very similar to what Rebecca Toy Soldier was on the same release. However, lore doesn't actually boost Psy, he boosts Striker characters. So, to get the most effectiveness out of him, you want to run the Striker class. Lucky for him, there are a lot of Psy Strikers, and ironically, I still think that he works better over on the Psy-based team with some of those other characters like Yamato, with Enel himself, and Rebecca Toy Soldier, Anniversary, 9.5 Shanks, those types of units all seem very, very powerful for lore, because remember, he is still a Psy character, so he's still getting buffed by them, and when you are taking on slashers, ideally you want to use as many slasher nerfs as possible. Now, slashers have been running around for a very long time, just destroying everything in their wake, and lore alone can't really take them down. He definitely helps, and obviously he's a huge nerf to the meta when it comes to the slasher meta, but alone and on a Striker team, without that Rebecca Toy Soldier, Enel, and even Jin as well, without that help, he does struggle a little bit. But we are trying him over here with stuff like Chizoro, with the new Nami, Kanjuro, Hina, Sasaki, those types of PP rare recruits. We have Roger and Whitebeard again. They work great. They're a slasher booster, obviously, but they are a Striker character, so they do a lot of damage. And like I said, I'm not exactly sold too much on this particular team, but I thought I would give it a whirl, see how it works in Rumble, and it was working pretty well when I was taking on other teammates. Now, I have decided to try and target slashers, whether it be quick slasher characters, whether it be like dex slashers with Pell and Dalton and stuff, or it just be some variation of the multiple slasher teams that are running around. And like I said, taking it on against some of these particular teams, it actually worked pretty nicely. Like, I didn't have too many issues. The team was actually working quite well. However, like I said, these teams aren't exactly the biggest teams. They are using some very good characters, but they're not utilizing super invested characters. Like I said, I thought it was doing well until I went into the challenge fight against S-Hawk, and sort of once I hit that particular point, I was like, alright, now we really see the true colors of what is actually happening here. So, if you guys are PvP Donnies, if you guys like to play PvP a lot, or you have a bit of a better mindset when it comes to PvP, let me know in the comment section below what you guys are running for your Striker builds. We have other options like Ace and Jack in terms of legends. Maybe Nami isn't the play. Luffy Yamato on the bench could work very, very well. Obviously, Jack and Ace in the front. They could also do some really, really cool stuff too if you are using something like Roger and Whitebeard. However, then you lose the cooldowns of stuff like Tesoro. So if you guys have run Strikers or you are a big fan of Strikers, let me know down below. But the upside to lore is that if you do take on any slasher characters and you are versing at least two of them, he is going to pinpoint them, action bind them, special bind them, do a whole bunch of HP cutting, and a whole bunch of fixed damage. On top of that, lore has a revive mechanic, comes back with 30% HP, which is very, very handy if you do get hit by some of those really big units like S-Hawk or Roger and Whitebeard. Lore can just come back. That way you've turned a 5-man frontline into a 6-man frontline, and those insta-kill mechanics and stuff like Roger Whitebeard and S-Hawk have, they do get nerfed just a little bit. I did want to bring Nami just because I was having a lot of fun with that haste mechanic. It's a really, really cool mechanic where she gives 100% cooldown and haste, but I just don't think she is exactly the best unit to be bringing on these Striker-based builds. But being one of the newest SugoFest exclusives that also directly buff Strikers, I thought that would probably be the best play. For myself, looking back at this, I think that maybe I'm funneling too much into Roger and Whitebeard, but when I wasn't using Roger and Whitebeard, I was lacking stuff like damage. So, like I said, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think is the best Striker team. So we managed to find another very well-rounded slasher build. Roger Whitebeard and S-Hawk combination is pretty scary. They also have Zoro on this team, which is another damage deal that goes through defense. With Shanks on the bench, who also goes through defense. Partnered with Cracker and Odin, they have a lot of CD reduction. And without stuff like Rebecca Toy Soldier and without Enel, we aren't slowing the enemy team down and we're not lowering their defense, which means that we're not doing as much damage on our regular attacks, nor are we slowing the Slasher team down from that crazy 11 CD that they can actually get. This is what I was talking about when I said Law can't really carry a team to take down Slashers by himself, but the addition of Law in the game for strikers and Psy especially does help out the meta in taking down a team that has just been decimating everything. Ironically though, we have another Law that obviously nerfs class-based teams. However, it's just a bit of a shame that his name is Law, because then you can't actually utilize him with Wano Law as well. If he was just another named character, it would just be better. Like, if this guy was Kid, like, it would be absolutely perfect. You could chuck him on the same side team, and you'd be doing some really, really cool stuff there. All in all, though, big fan of what Law is actually doing, and I do think he is going to be a staple when it comes to striker builds, especially when you are taking on Slasher characters. So moving on to the challenge fight now. Obviously, like, this challenge fight, they do increase levels and stats and all that kind of stuff as well. But this is where I really started to struggle with that particular team that you guys just saw, because it wasn't really holding its own when we were coming up against stuff like Roger Whitebeard and S-Hawk. They just found a way to sort of stall them. So even if, like, I action bind them or special binded them, they just found a way to survive. That extra defense that Dofi gives, whilst losing the cooldown reduction for the challenge fight, actually worked really well in their favor. There's a big reason why this particular challenge fight was so challenging, because Dofi, with all of these extra altered stats, was doing some crazy things with all the HP and the defensive buff. So as you can see, like, S-Hawk going in the first 27 seconds, it's ridiculously scary. It's going to kill at least one of your units, depending on your investment. But look, my Conjurer, he's maxed. Like, you can't get any more max than that. And he just get absolutely bodied. So that's always fun. Then with K-Dad, I think we get lucky here, and K-Dad doesn't target Tesoro. If we lost Tesoro there, we would have struggled a little bit, because we would have lost the CD passive. Not that it matters too much, but we also managed to get his special off, which is a bunch of free fixed damage. And with that, we actually killed Roger and Whitebeard. So as you can see, like, this team is not a surefire win. I did have to alter it a couple times because I lost. I thought my first run was going flawlessly, and then literally, like, 3 units survived, and 2 of them were one Roger Whitebeard and S-Hawk. So I just got absolutely bodied in the end there. So it is a bit unfortunate, and it's a testament to my original statement that Law can't carry a team to take down these Slasher teams, nor do strikers really hold a crazy part in the meta. They're still very wonky. They still don't have, like, solid units that are just, like, purely designed to buff strikers. Nor do they have a character like S-Hawk that is just so damn good that they can put strikers on their back early, carry them into the mid to late game, and then basically wrap up the win there. But Slashers are everywhere, so Law is going to see some play. You don't have to take on a full team of Slashers to get the full effectiveness of Law. His passive obviously lowers their attack by level 7, but his special only targets 2 units. So as long as there's 2 Slashers in the lineup somewhere, Law is going to target them with his large radius, and he is going to have that ability to do the damage. The thing that he does target all Slashers for is the special bind and the action bind. But look, nowadays, so many characters that are immune to action bind, so many characters are immune to special bind, that I just don't understand why they only gave him an 80% chance to get these abilities off. It should just be 100%. Slashers have just been so good for so long, and characters do have, like, immunity to the action bind ability and the special bind ability, but sometimes it's just not going to be effective anyway. But that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know what you guys think of strikers in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!